Welcome. So this week we're on week two, and in week two we're going to look at the music of the Renaissance and the Baroque period. So definitely, log in and look at the overview. I have the learning objectives right here as well. The reading is going to be through chapter 6 through chapter 9. Okay. When we're doing the reading, make sure that you're following along doing the listening as well. Because going forward, the listening is going to be a very important part or component of the course. Okay, so when so the reading's right here. Below, if you look, I'm going to skip the recorded lectures for a second and go right to the listening. The listening, if you click on that link, it's going to have all the full pieces of the listening that's from the text. And it's a good idea to just go through and listen to each of the pieces. Okay. Obviously, Josquin's Ave Maria, it's a Renaissance motet. We have a few madrigals. We have the Thomas Wilkes madrigal, As Vesta, from Latinus, Hill Descending. Okay, and I also included the text, even though it's in English, I put the text down there as well. Farmer's Fair Phyllis, another piece I want you folks to listen to. And then, of course, going into the Baroque period, we'll have Moreau's Rondo Suite from Symphonies, the Toccata from Monteverdi, and continuing with Vivaldi's Violin Concerto. That's a piece you really want to know. Okay, it's probably one of those important solo violin concertos coming out of the Baroque period. And then, of course, the works by Bach, the Fugue in G minor, Brandenburg Concerto, and then the Bach Cantata. Okay, continuing, you want to listen to the music of Handel as well. Now, let me go back to the modules, and with the first couple of weeks, if you after the reading under course content, I have recorded lectures. The recorded lectures follow the reading. So I have the recorded lectures on the Renaissance period, and then the Baroque period, the early period, and the late period as well. Feel free to watch them. I go through all of the stuff from the reading, and I even play musical examples as well. Now, as far as work that we have to do for this week, we're going to have 3 different quizzes. All the quizzes focus on different content. I thought about marrying all into one big one, but I think it's easier for you folks to do 3 different ones. One quiz is going to be on the Renaissance era, one quiz is on the Baroque, and then one quiz is on the chapters 8 and 9 of the Baroque period as well. Now keep in mind, the quizzes are open book. So you can take the quiz, use your notes, and if you say you get like an 80% on the first quiz, go back and redo it. The reason why I have you do the quizzes like this is so that we're becoming more familiar. I have some listening examples in there. I want you guys to be listening to some of the music, and I also want you to be becoming more familiar with the terminology, okay? Because the terminology is very, very important. Any words that are in bold in any of the reading, there are terms that we want to know, okay? Continuing, get the quizzes. After that, I have 5 ed puzzles. Okay, the ed puzzles are going to focus on a couple things. Either giving you a snapshot of the period, especially the Renaissance period and the Baroque period. There are 2 videos, 8-10 minutes long, and they're going to give you what the essence of the Baroque period or the essence of the Renaissance period. And then, obviously, with important composers of these periods, you got a brief history of Bach, and you got a brief history of Handel. Okay. Continuing, we have 2 discussions this week. One's going to be on the Messiah, which is an oratorio by Handel. Most of you may be familiar with some of the music from it. Okay, and then the second one is going to be from Martin Luther. Okay, and even though Martin Luther wasn't a musician, he did play music, and he even wrote some music as well. He was mainly a liturgical figure. The influence that Martin Luther has on music, and actually even more sacred music, is very, very important. So we're going to have a discussion about it. And then I have 2 writing assignments. The first is writing Baroque music, and you'll see writing alternative. And rather than writing an essay on a specific subject, I think it's 4 or 5 questions, and you just write short answers to them. What's the difference between opera and an oratorio, and so forth. And then Vivaldi's Violin Concerto is the second essay that we're going to do. And that's going to be, we're going to watch Vivaldi's Violin Concerto, and then we're going to write about it, okay? We're not going to use AI. We don't need to give all the stuff that's in that module. When you click on the link, that's all you need to use to write the paper. You don't need to go, it's not a research paper on Vivaldi. It's not a research paper on the Spring Violin Concerto. Other than that, that's the overview for week 2. I hope everyone's having a great summer. And if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email or text.